come up here. Let me put the. Oh, they don't have that on. All right, Bill Kings Fantasy Football League. It's your man's Tony D, aka the Random Multi Broadcaster. We are on season 3 of the broadcast, week 9 of the 2024 season. I am joined by my man Fireman Richard the Morning Coffee on Rumble, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 0600. Rich, how you doing, sir?
Doing very good, sir. Thank you, Tony, for having me up here and with our good friend Michael. It's good to be here.
Got you. We also joined by Michael George Bathurst. Hashtag shout MGB. Mike, what is going on?
Hey, Shaka. Good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you to the people and all over the world.
Yeah. Good guy there.
Yeah.
Oh, Shaka, what up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I saw y'all was on the other day, and I saw he was on Nonsensical Nonsense last night. Big ups to you, man. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Gentlemen, any recaps for last week we need to address? Go for it.
What would you like to talk about first? Can we throw a slide up? No?
You gonna start early. Okay.
Yeah, no. You opened the door.
I said a recap from last week. You want to throw slides.
I'm a slide kind of guy. That's just who I am.
Rich, you got anything on last week?
Just that full disclosure, I am a Bills fan. I like all the New York teams, but the Bills, I'm riding with them right now. And Josh Allen got his first interception last week, but they still won the game. And with the 31-10, and I think they're going to win today. But he has won. Do you guys know who has the most interceptions this year?
I think I do.
I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
Kansas City considered the best quarterback in the world.
Really?
No, he's tied. That's a second place. He has 6 along with 1, 2, 3, 4 other quarterbacks. Will Levis from Tennessee. Thank you, Tony. He has 7.
I didn't know.
But I thought, the thing is, before buying that, I better get the stat just to make sure, because before I looked at that stat, I'd said the same thing but there's 4 other quarterbacks that have 6 interceptions. So Mahomes is not alone. It's Geno Smith, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, and Anthony Richards, and then Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins both have 5 to fill it out there.
Gotcha.
Can we talk about Aaron Rodgers? No, I'll wait.
No, we can do it now. Go ahead. We got a few minutes. Go ahead.
You're a royal, you know what?
No, that's you. Keep trying.
You're like, no, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Yeah. Now, see, I'm in a totally different screen now. So you're crap out. Can we talk about Aaron Rodgers just for a minute?
Been waiting on you for 35 seconds. Go ahead.
How good was he the second half of that game?
No, me and Rich were just talking about that. Go for it, Rich.
Rich, go for it.
He played good, but I'm looking at the overall game. Just because you're good in the second half doesn't make you a good. He's a good quarterback. He's going to be one of the greats. Going to be in the Hall of Fame. Okay. That game itself, my overall, Houston could have won it if they had their act together. Jets took advantage of that, and it was a sloppy game. My hat's off to the Jets, but Tony will be talking about something later about the Jets there. So, but I'm still not. Aaron Rodgers is not the future for the Jets, and they're not going to make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. I think they'll make the playoffs.
We'll see.
I disagree. At
this point, I'm making that. This is in the beginning, so I'm starting to make my observations and stuff. The Jets will not make the playoffs.
I like that we're opposites. I think they will. They'll get a wild card spot out of it.
We'll see.
I think they'll do well. They won't go past one playoff game. I don't think they have enough depth. You're right. I totally agree with you with Houston. Houston's really beat up. Yeah. They're really beat up.
That was evident the other night too.
Right. Yeah. Nico Collins is gone. Right. My favorite receiver in the whole world, Stefan Diggs, is gone. Yeah.
Sasha, what's good, man? Thank you for coming through.
Yeah. So they
He is from the Airtime Unrest Fantasy Football League,
Yeah.
a league I'm a member in, dog. Appreciate you for coming through. Thank you. One of the Cantina crew.
yay.
Come, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, we're nothing without our crowd. CJ Stroud is injured too. He's playing hurt. You can tell. He's beat up.
What's
He's
his injury, Mike?
Let him.
Well, it's called a short week. You have a really rough time
Adjusting.
healing. They say 1 day. If you have one less day, you're in trouble.
I love things like Sega or Fashion Games or
Oh.
Digital, Playtonic.
Sorry.
The
forgot.
Platonic plates are moving at a rapid pace. Here with Richard Roberts.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all.
Yeah, well, you know what? We definitely.
I
have
don't know what
something.
I'm gonna do with y'all.
Yeah, you're fading in and out there, buddy. A little bit.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that me or is that you all?
No,
No,
that's
Cheers,
you're loud,
good.
you're loud and clear to me, Tony. Loud
Good,
and clear.
appreciate. No, I noticed a glitch on my end too, so we all right.
Okay.
Anything else we're going to jump on?
I want to chew on the Aaron Rodgers thing for just a couple more
Go ahead.
minutes. Okay, because it's a number one subject right now for a lot of people. He still can throw like nobody, and he has great chemistry with his receivers. And you have to admit, those are some of the nicest replay reels we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson had 2 one-handed catches. Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
and I think he now feels like the weight of the world isn't completely on his shoulders, where before it was all on his shoulders. Now they've got another target. It's giving him breathing room, and that's a great thing. If you have multiple targets that are talented
True.
guys, they can't cover everybody.
Mhm.
You can't cover everybody on the field. If you look at Aaron is an old guy. You're right. You said he was hobbling or what? Oh, hey Ted.
I think they're going to make the playoffs. They are on pace to make it right now. It's going to be shaky, but they'll make it. I kind of want to agree they may not make it past the first game, but I think they'll make it.
Oh yeah, wild card for sure. They're good enough. Everybody's still in it. That's the great thing. If you look at these stats, they're insane. How close everything is. It's wild. Like any team can be back in first place after 2 games if they win 2 games and other teams
Except
lose.
Carolina.
Except for Carolina and New York. Yeah. Very valid point, Jeff, buddy. That's
Except
so
Carolina.
funny.
Carolina's not going.
Yeah. Well, they've been a mess for what, a decade, right?
No, hasn't been that.
No, not that long. What do you think, if you had to guess?
They just went to the Super Bowl 2016.
So almost okay.
They
So
were
we're
in the playoffs afterwards, I believe. They was in the playoffs the most with Cam
yeah.
since he left.
Yeah.
They've been in the dumps. And I actually thought they were going to be better than they were about 2 or 3 drafts ago. I saw a lot of people that they picked up. They picked up a lot of offense. I was like, okay, they're going to be all right. You got rid of Steve Smith, Christian McCaffrey, and Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And now look at them. They look ridiculous. They started Bryce Young back because Andy Dalton. I hope Andy Dalton's doing okay. Has anybody seen anything on that?
I haven't heard anything about
Me
him.
neither.
No,
Me neither. So Carolina now go, the Washington Commanders. Did you see the article the other day? Players are wanting to go to the Commanders.
Yeah,
They're
of course.
to be traded to the Commanders. Yes, that is huge. Me and Brian talked about that a couple seasons ago. They're going to be one of the new franchises. Everybody's going to back up with that new ownership. Ted, we talked about that in that group chat we had. Big ups to the Commanders.
Yeah.
Seriously, big ups to the Commanders.
I don't know if you remember, there's a guy that used to be on the show. His name's Mike Bathurst, and he said a bold prediction last year because of the
how you doing? Go ahead.
changing of the guard that I said within 3 years, I had a feeling that the Commanders would be in the Super Bowl within 3 years because of that.
You said Super Bowl. Me and Brian said they were going to be a relevant team. I wasn't going to put them on Super Bowl yet, so.
I need to go back to these old files with because
who has the safest fantasy for you guys? Myers, Sutton, and Ramondre. Good Lord.
Ooh.
I'm assuming Jacoby Myers, Cortland Sutton, and Ramondre, the running back for the Patriots. Who had the safest floor today?
Safest floor. What do they mean by safest floor?
Cortland Sutton, if he changes teams.
Oh,
I almost want to say he'll be good now based on the emphasis Mike had with Bo Nix since he's on the Broncos. But it's not working yet.
But here's the thing, though, with Bo Nix. Every week he gets better.
I hear you.
Every week.
You
He's
can
getting
hang on. I'm going to go with Sutton. Ramondre Stevenson, he's steady, but he's not a breakout. He doesn't have a lot of points, so he's comfortable. But you pick him up down the draft.
I like Myers myself.
I figured you was going to like Myers. Rich, safest floor is going to be who's going to be the most steady with their points and the most comfortable to draft.
Oh, okay. So that's some of that fantasy football lingo.
Mm-hmm. What we got? Ted says, I agree, Ted. That's unanimous through the fan base, if you ask me. You have a 60%.
So Ted, do you think it's just the owner? It's not more than that?
No, it's the owner.
That's crazy.
It's the owner. Cam, what's good, bro? Cam was a lead member. Thank you for coming through.
Hey, Cam.
Who will give me guaranteed points? Ramondre Stevenson will give you guaranteed points. You won't always get double digits. I always see him getting at least 10 points a game, but he doesn't always get it. He won't get more. I'll never see him getting more than 10 points for real. Yes. The Commanders are going to be a whole lot better once they sell the teams. Will the Panthers finally get another one? We don't know. We don't know.
They were saying about that the Saints a long time ago when they were the Aints.
Yes. David Tepper's douchebag. Now, Mike, Cam was a diehard Carolina fan. I watched
him. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Since Tepper came in, they have been in the dumps. It is literally his fault in everybody's eyes. Literally.
Cam, thank you for being here. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely. Who are the best streaming defenses this week? Thank you for coming. Go ahead, Mike.
I would say the Browns will be great this week. Do you know who's underrated and still in the top 8 is actually New York Giants?
Really?
They are rated number 8 statistically defensively. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Ravens defense.
They're number 2.
That whole team is solid. That whole team is solid. They are ready and they are going.
A lot of injuries though right now, buddy, with the Ravens.
I would take the Bengals second, and then the Pats, then the Titans. Based on what you got there, Smitty, I will go Ravens, Bengals, Pats, then Titans. Thank you for coming through. Ted says the Panthers, it starts with leadership. Yeah, honestly, since they got that new owner, it's been trash.
Yeah.
And you're talking to somebody who's been watching them since day one.
Yeah.
I really have been watching Carolina since day one. They have been trash, and dude came in.
They give away their best pieces, though, all the time. That's the other thing they do.
He's doing what Jerry Jones did when he took over Dallas, and it pissed everybody off. He just hasn't won with what he's done yet. Look at it that way.
Well, look at where Jerry Jones is now, but he's 80, so.
Jerry Jones is there now. Jerry Jones got 3 Super Bowls in his first 10 years. Tepper's been there, this is the 3rd season, Cam, I think he's there?
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones at least had a Super Bowl in his 3rd year. Carolina's not going on the same path. He's still got time. We're going to give him a few years, but they're ready for him to go.
Jerry Jones has always been about, though, brand recognition and making money. That was what they were based on at the beginning.
Yeah, but we hated that he got rid of people that we loved, and he also had a 10 to 20 year run of trash seasons.
Yeah.
So he increased his value, but I agree with you, Sasha. Ravens D's going to look good. The trade last week was Deontay Johnson. I know.
Yeah, that was sad.
The only thing he got right now is Chuba Hubbard, and Chuba Hubbard's only good with Andy Dalton. There you go.
Well, we haven't really had enough of a sample size of Bryce Young. Bryce Young, to me, if he was with the 49ers, he'd be okay. You need a good O-line for a guy that's like him. That he needs the extra time.
Right.
Like if you put him in Detroit where they have the best O-line, he would be fine. He He just needs a couple more seconds. But that's every quarterback.
It is. Starting one. Dylan, what's going on? I will start Kemet. With that, your tight end and your flex, your tight end, I will start Kemet. Your flex, I probably do Sutton. Your starting quarterback, oof, Murray or Baker. Damn, this week.
Murray, Baker, you can't right now because Baker's missing his weapons. Both his main weapons are gone. You know I love Baker, but
So
Mike Evans is gone, right? And Chris Godwin is gone.
Yeah, I agree.
So
He's
if
got
it was,
Cade Otton, and that's it. Starting the flex. Dobbins and Jacobs. Oof, I think I'm gonna take Jacobs over Dobbins. Wide receivers. I don't know about wide receivers.
that's a coin flip there, bud. The
All three of
Dobbins.
them, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Dobbs. I'm gonna go with Dobbs for your wide receiver. Dylan, I appreciate you coming through.
Good questions. Good questions.
Yeah, that's what you want. Just don't draft an elf in the first year as your QB in Carolina. I mean, he took a rookie. You got to build a franchise behind somebody.
It's going to take you a couple years after you do get a rookie too. So
yeah. Good stuff. Appreciate everybody coming through.
So just before we start, just for a little information, right now the best O-line in the league is Detroit Lions.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Number 2 is, I'm talking statistically,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia Eagles, who I said were on the uprise last week.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know that. Kansas City Chiefs have the third best O-line, and New York Jets are number 4.
no, not buying it.
Well, no,
they're not catching. The Jets, they're not catching the ball.
I'm just saying statistically.
Okay.
Yeah, and then believe it or not, Denver Broncos.
Oh yeah, that game today is going to be a good one. That's one of the 2 top games.
I'm surprised Baltimore isn't up there. Baltimore's O-line, I mean, they're just doing it.
Right.
They unfortunately with the Ravens, they're more based in offense than they are defense right now.
Yeah,
They're not like they were last year. Last year they were terrifying. Remember when they had Queen? And they were like just vicious. And he went to the Steelers, and he's never been the same. They paid him a lot more, but
they got you need 2 on the flex. AJ Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Drake London, or Terry McLaurin. Amon-Ra St. Brown's coming off an injury, is he not?
No, he was good. He's looking good though. His numbers have been solid. That might not be a bad.
Gotcha. Cooper Kupp, I know he's back. Puka Nacua was back hurt.
Yeah,
I did see that.
London's going to get a lot of targets, bud, because of the game.
Yeah, but Atlanta's on fire. I think I'm gonna roll with Drake London, definitely.
London, and we then agree on something. Call somebody.
Drake London and McLaurin. Rob, I appreciate you coming through. Thanks for the question. Cam, I see what you said about Bryce Young. Yeah, he is short. He is small. I get it. They got to protect him, but he's got to go get in the game. Kupp and London. Yeah, I hear you, Sasha. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Let's get this ball rolling. We're already 18 minutes in.
But we had great interaction. That's what
good interaction with the chat. So thank you, chat.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Debbie, how you doing, lady? We're gonna get this ball rolling real quick. The league is set, ladies and gentlemen, at NFL.com. So all of the information will be coming from NFL.com. We are going to go through recommendations and suggestions for quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, kickers, and defenses for week 9 of the 2024 season. They recommend starting Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have no debate against that. No,
that's a no question one.
I agree.
Gotcha. The narrative will be on the screen for anybody coming through looking for it whenever the little advertisement on the side finishes. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl winning quarterback repeatedly over the past 5 years. You start him regardless, period, in the story, barring injury. Matthew Stafford of the Rams, start him against the Seattle Seahawks? Yes. Now, the Rams have a problem with Nacua being hurt. I saw Puka Nacua was hurt ago. I have to check for an update. Anybody out there, let me know.
He's going to play. He's going to play.
He's going to play good.
So is Cooper Cup. So I would definitely start him.
Gotcha. Sasha says Buck secondary is very injured. I appreciate that, Sasha. Mike, you said somebody else's second defense was better. That was the Texans. That's what it was.
They're
It was
beat
the
up.
Texans. Yeah, Rich, what you got on this?
On Matthew Stafford,
Yes.
I say start him. He's going to be up there, 17 points projected, and I think he's played great last week. Seattle, I don't know. Their loss last week there to the Bills. It's they played pretty good in the first half, but Geno there, he got a little ticked off because I don't know if you heard, he got fined for that, throwing that ball into one of the Buffalo Bills there. I guess he didn't like the call, so it looked like, he said he tossed the ball to the ref, but it went right into a Buffalo Bills helmet, and he got tagged for a $12,000 fine. So there's something going on with Seattle that I think their cage has been rattled here mid-season. So, but Matthew Stafford, outstanding quarterback.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
Did
Don't
you
care
guys
what
know
about
Did you guys know that he's had 57,000 passing yards and 364 touchdowns? That's insane.
He's steady. He's always been like that. He was a beast in
Yes.
college, and I told
Yeah,
people he is Hall of
Sasha, Seattle has been a lot better than years past, but the little antics there, Geno needs to keep it control, along with some other football players that have been in the news here of late.
Sasha, they are a strong 500 team. I actually had them was one of the biggest threats in the NFL for either division.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I do. Sam Darnold of the Vikings, start him against the Colts, zero debate.
Yes.
Big ups to Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Big ups to the Vikings, doing better than I thought they were going to do this season. No disrespect to that team. Nothing. I have to agree. What you think, gentlemen?
That's going to be a great game, only because we got Joe Flacco back, and it's going to be a totally different look. And yeah, especially for receivers. So he knows he's like Aaron Rodgers. He's one of those guys that can throw the ball right in the basket, and he's good for those long throws that are accurate that not many guys can do. And he's showing more control and patience this year than he did last year.
Gotcha. Rich, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. He's had some problems in the past there, but this team that he's on now, Minnesota, he's performing. He did have a loss there, frustration you could see, but I think he's strong enough to, as far as Indianapolis, I don't think this is going to be an interesting game. It'll be an interesting game, but Sam Donaldson, I think he's going to do good for Minnesota.
I think that's a good matchup.
Yes.
Quarterback with the team. We didn't think he was going to be a decent replacement to Kirk Cousins, but look at him. Big
Right.
ups to Sam Darnold. Big ups to them. Big ups to the Vikings. Bo Nix of the Broncos against the Ravens. Mike, this one is yours. Go for it.
Bo Nix every week has shown that he's doing on the job training. A lot of the stuff that he had problems with at the beginning, he was showing that he was a rookie, but he's getting steadily better. He's got a good arm. It's not the best arm, but he's super athletic, but he's not he's like a steady Eddie kind of Joe Montana to me kind of feeling. Like he's good at many things. What I like about him, he's smart. And I don't think he's one of those guys that holds on to the game, because they'll ask him about a bad play and he goes, I threw it to the other team. Next question. Like he's unaffected where other people, it'll stir in them. Let's go to the next one, buddy.
I'm waiting on you because good Lord have mercy. Caleb Williams of the Bears against the Cardinals. You have to start him. I'm not going to talk negative against them. Chicago Bears are doing better than I thought they were. Go, gentlemen, go.
No, I'm curious about how you feel about him so far, because we've had a nice little sample size of him.
We've seen a couple of good games. I'm just waiting to see the rest.
See, Rich, do you think he's getting a little better every game? I think
He's just like Bo Nix there. Bo Nix is probably one of the rookies that are starting this year has done the best, and it's primarily because it's all throughout the whole team of the Denver Broncos. So I think Bo Nix is going to do a fantastic job as far as getting points. He's projected at 17. Williams here, he's projected at the same 16, 17 points. And he's moving Chicago. Chicago, the last couple seasons, they've been flat. And Chicago's they're they're shown that they can play some football this year. So I have and just I think he's doing a good job in Chicago.
Sasha, that is such a good comment. Nix is an elite competitor that uses his capable legs to ball out his rookie decision.
Bail out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I agree with it. I got nothing against it. Against the Cardinals, I think this might be a good game. Both of these teams are pretty good defensively, and both of these teams can slow their opponents down. I almost want to put the over under 20 on this game.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know about anybody scoring a whole lot of points in that game. I don't.
Totally disagree.
Not a problem. We're going to see after the game. Go sit them. Jared Goff for the Lions against the Green Bay Packers. Now,
what's with that Green Bay logo? That's not the. Is that a new green? Is that the retro Green Bay logo?
We just look at what they give us and talk about it. This one is a spicy. Goff has performed extremely well of late, and this isn't about him playing on the road. This is about Goff playing outdoors for the first time this season. Excellent point. He has averaged around 13 fantasy points outdoor games since joining the Lions in 2021. Since then, he has averaged over 18 fantasy points per game indoors. But at Lambeau Field in that span, Goff has averaged 227 passing yards per game with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in those 3 contests. Plus, the Packers have allowed the 8th fewest fantasy points per game to quarterbacks. Goff is not a must-sit, but if you have another option you feel comfortable with, take it. Now, who would be another option to take?
No, I disagree with that. Detroit Lions. They look at how many points they scored the last 2 weeks. Over 50 points.
But Rich, did you see what they said? This is going to be his first outdoor game.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Okay, Green Bay. Yeah, that could be a fact. It could be a. It's not a major factor, in my opinion.
Now, for people who used to gamble or pick point spreads, the weather in the field does matter.
It may matter 1 touchdown, if that. I don't think it's going to be an overall factor in the overall end of the game and stuff. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I think at Detroit.
Now, Rich, this is what I want you to check. They're going to be at Green Bay. It's November. What's the weather going to be up there?
Yeah, I was born in Minnesota.
I know. That's my point.
But Detroit is also up there in the north. Okay, they play in an indoor stadium and stuff like that. I'm really surprised at this because Detroit Lions are on a tear. I'm going to make another prediction now that we're in week 9. It's going to be the Detroit Lions on one side. They're going to win the NFC outright, I think, at this point, just from what I've seen. And I would not sit this guy. No.
I wouldn't sit him either, but I see what they're saying. Mike, what you got?
I think he showed a lot of poise last week when he was against the Ravens, and
exactly.
And I think he is on an upswing. But you got to remember, right now, Green Bay is a monster of a team.
Yes, they are,
and they're young.
That whole division is a monster. Let's be clear.
And they
brought that up a couple of weeks ago. The whole NFC North is a monster.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yes,
the whole NFC North.
It is. It's like this show. It's unstoppable. It's
beautiful. We are unstoppable
and humble.
Super humble. I'm in your faces. All you sportscasters, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm all a bit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There you go. That was a beautiful moment. Thank you. Yeah, no, I think we have to look at momentum, and they definitely have it, but so does Green Bay. I think it's going to be an insanely entertaining game. I do understand what they're saying here, but you got to go with your gut. And it's fantasy football. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
For fantasy football purposes, let's be honest. Green Bay, I said I'm not going to underestimate them anymore. I'm not going to disrespect them anymore. I understand.
You can't underestimate the Detroit Lions either, though.
I'm not going to, but I understand where they're coming from. If I was a Lions fan, I would be worried about this game because Green Bay is looking like they haven't lost a step without Aaron Rodgers.
There we go with Aaron Rodgers.
They're better off without him, buddy.
They said the same thing with Brett Favre. I ain't falling for it. CJ Stroud of the Texans. They sit him against the Jets. This was Thursday night's game, ladies and gentlemen.
He had some problems.
The Texans were running that game, and the Jets came back. I mean, Aaron Rodgers looked so mad and frustrated, and Aaron Rodgers is actually losing support from Jets fans because they look so slack when they play. But I'll be damned if he didn't come back and win that game. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Well, we already know that they should have stood us.
Yeah. It's just with the issues and as far as that goes, Strauss, he had 191 yards, 11 completions for 30. He got banged up. in the first. Yeah, he took some hits there that I
Yes,
think
he did.
I think one time he went to the tent there, and
Yeah, he went to the sideline. I don't know if he went to the temple. He did go to the sideline.
yeah, because they had the warrant, but it was a score wasn't they lost by a touchdown, and it could be and like you said, the Jets came back as a team. I want to say it's just because of Rodgers and stuff. That was a team effort to win and stuff like that. But I would sit him. Yeah, this kid had some high hopes, but I don't know. But like Mike said earlier, that Houston's got a bunch of injuries, and he mentioned the people that aren't there. When you don't have,
I want to agree. I got to cut you off, Rich. My apologies.
yeah, go
The
ahead.
Jets have looking like they've been making some improvements.
I don't think
I'm not going to say look better every week because I still see what's going on.
They're just getting by.
Nah, they're making it. I mean, once you got to win, what are we going to say? Because they used to have the L's last year. You know what I'm saying?
But
What you got on this?
You asking me?
Yes.
I really think that New York is on an upswing. I don't think they're going to set the world on fire, but Devontae Adams is helping because he's making room for other aspects of the other weapons.
100%.
The other weapons now have breathing room, and it showed. And even if he's just a distraction, but oh my God, man, you got to admit that was those passes, the highlights, the reel was phenomenal.
The catches, yes.
Yeah, no, but they had it right in the basket. Do you know what I mean by that term? The ball is exactly where it's supposed to be.
So were some of the drops.
He needs more of those, though, to impress me, I guess. So.
Unfortunately, so were the drops. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys, sit him against the Falcons. Ladies and gentlemen, no. Go ahead.
He's right up there. He's quarterback. He's got 4 stars. He's quarterback 10 on the fantasy football. He's projected at 17 and all the ones that's under the stardom. Everybody's pointing Dak Prescott. If anything, there's more issues than just Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a solid quarterback. There's other issues that they need to address on that team with the Dallas's woes, in my opinion. That's my
Sasha made a hell point. The Jets have gone from losing close games to winning close games against better teams. That is one hell of a point.
Very good. Thank you.
That is very well said. 33 sets of eyes. Rich, I apologize for cutting you off. I got you.
No, I'm just saying Dak Prescott, he's always getting banged up. I think he's a solid future Hall of Famer and stuff like that. It's just that the weapons that he has. I mean, I've seen there's some when I'm watching Dallas and he's throwing the ball, some of these receivers, why aren't you catching the freaking ball? It's one of those deals.
That's a lot of teams.
Yeah, but I wouldn't sit Dak Prescott.
You know what the biggest problem is right now? They don't have a running game.
True.
Breaking news: Trevon Diggs, Dallas Cowboys cornerback, will be active. My apologies. Keep going.
No, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. The other thing with him too is he's not as agile as he used to be. He used to be able to run his way out of problems, and he's not as fast as he used to be. But when you have no weapons and you have no targets, and you have no respect, the owner right now has not shown a great deal of respect to a lot of the players. It's a bit of I would say a regrowing, rebuilding, retooling year. What do you think, Tony? For Dallas?
I think Dallas is in trouble this game because of how together Atlanta is. Atlanta's looking real good this season. Dallas has been looking sloppy. I'll be honest. Dallas has been looking sloppy. Atlanta looks like they're in play to do something. I'm worried about this game, but I wouldn't sit Dak Prescott because you're going to need him. But that's just me. Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins, sit him against the Bills. I wish somebody would tell me not to.
Oh no, I love him. I love what he stands for. I totally disagree with this. What do you think?
I don't want him getting hurt anymore.
No, nor do I. But it's his mind, his body. We have to respect his decisions.
Whoa! We got a prediction of the day right here. Sasha, you tripping?
It's not a bad idea.
Sasha, you I don't see it.
No, I think that's good. I think that's brilliant.
That would trip me out, Sasha. I'm gonna put you on record. You remind if this happens, Sasha, you get to come on stage and talk jump for 35 minutes. If that happens, I'll let you come up here and do that. Oh my God. I'm not even going to do this. Tua Tagovailoa does not need to be playing this season. He needs to be 100% from doctors in 4 different countries before I sit back and be like, I'm going to put him on my daggone team. Big Juice is in the house. Big Juice was good. I appreciate you for coming through, man. I see Rich stepped away. Mike, I want to go and no disrespect my apologies. Against the Bills, they need him, but I don't suggest it. Aaron Rodgers, Jesus. Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. They said sit him against the Texans. I'm glad we didn't. Let's be clear. He can't win that game. Go ahead, Rich.
As much as I've made commentary on Aaron Rodgers, he's another one I probably wouldn't sit as far as that goes. I think he's up there to where, given the new tools that he has to work with and stuff. I wouldn't have sat him. I think he would have, fantasy football wise, I would start him. But in the overall on the
Rich, you're side. Growing in your old age. You have
I'm just saying this is fantasy football.
You're not gnawing on the bone like you used to. That's really good.
What's 3 touchdowns in fantasy football? That's a lot of points right there.
I'll tell you, you not gnawing on the bone is probably the greatest thing I've heard in a long time. Go ahead.
I wouldn't have sat Aaron Rodgers on the game. You needed him. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your quarterback recommendations. Week 9, 2024 seasons, of course, NFL.com. We are now going to switch over to the running back position. Start them and sit them, recommendations, suggestions, ideas, and Lord knows we're going to have opinions as well. Start DeAndre Swift of the Bears against the Cardinals? Yes. Any questions in the debate? I wish
phenomenal.
I wish you would. No question, no debate. Yeah. There's just it's you have to. They don't give him enough credit, and he's a decent player. Tony Pollard of the Titans.
He looked so good in the last game.
Who did?
DeAndre Swift.
Give him the ball to move. Give him the ball to move. That's what you got to do.
He was a beast. He did well. Tony's, I think, a no-brainer. You have to.
Tony Pollard of the Titans against the Patriots. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. God knows I miss him being on Dallas, but him being somewhere he wants to be close to home. I've got nothing against that. What's your thoughts?
On Tony Pollard?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Against New England? Yeah, he's going to get some points today.
Plain and simple. Kareem Hunt of the Chiefs against the Buccaneers.
He's been good.
Listen, he started off with the Chiefs. He was a beast with the Chiefs. He's back with the Chiefs. There should be nothing stopping them right now. Honestly, there should be nothing stopping him.
He's a big man. Big man.
Dude, he's been a monster. He went to Cleveland, and that wasn't enough. Yeah. The Bucks, even though they're banged up, and I hate it for the Bucks because they was on a good start to me. So
I think they still got a good defense.
Yeah, they do, but their offense is going to be hurting, losing their key veterans. And I will say key veterans. Godwin and Evans have been monsters for the minute. So
what's this? Steve Big Dude said something about
what happened to Brett Favre?
What happened to Brett Favre?
I did see he got diagnosed with something a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he got what was it? Was it Parkinson's?
Yeah.
Hold on. Was it
something like that? Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely like brain injury type of thing.
Oh,
yeah, he got Parkinson's disease. Yeah, he got Parkinson's disease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody.
Wow,
I do hope he gets better. That's part of the game and all that. Yeah. Kareem Hunt, I'd start him against the Bucks. Chuba Hubbard, I'm going to start him. Let me tell you something. He's the only thing saving the Panthers right now.
I love him. He's wonderful.
Chuba Hubbard is the only thing saving the Panthers right now. Against the Saints, you have to start him. You don't have anybody else to start on the Panthers.
He's got a cool name too. You got to admit, that's a cool name. It's right up there with Tank Dell. You got
any disagreement to this?
No,
not at all. So far, really clear. Oh, I love James Conner.
Absolutely. James Conner, the Cardinals against the Bears. This is going to be a pretty tough game. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty tough game out there. This should be a low-scoring game. I'm sticking with that. Under 20 points spread.
Totally disagree.
Not a problem.
Totally disagree. I think that's going to be over 30 points each.
I'm going to say under 20. I think we're going to stop each other. It's going to be field goals.
Let's see. Let's mark this. Okay.
I think it might be within the range of about 21 to 14, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know if does that constitute a high game?
That's a 35-point spread.
I say the victor will have 35 and the loser will have 28.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 to 20 on that game.
And just so you know, Arizona's favored by 1 point in that game.
Gotcha.
It's close. It's close.
That's gonna be a close game. Yeah.
Chase Brown. Start him against the Raiders. No debate.
He is fun to watch, guys. He just bounces off of people. He's got that the juice. They call it the juice, right? The spaz. He's kind of a spazzy runner. I like it.
He is Big Juice. Watch out for Lamar Jackson. Ravens may be playoff material. Big Juice. My preseason prediction is a Ravens Lions Super Bowl market.
Ooh,
That is my preseason prediction.
that's
Ravens
wild.
Lions Super Bowl. And I promise I will go buy a bottle of Golden Apple Crown Royal for that game.
Mm.
That bottle $250. If y'all gonna talk some shit, you got to back it up. I'm in the house. You want what? Oh, sit 'em. Bucky Irving of the Bucks and Rashad White of the Bucks against the Chiefs.
Is that because of Kansas City Chiefs defense or what? I'm not understanding that.
Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, Jordan
Yes.
Mason, Zach Wilson, Alexander
I would
Madison,
agree.
that held them all to fewer than 50 rushing yards. That is monstrous. Shout out to colleague Laquan Jones for highlighting that. Kansas City has allowed the fewest rushing yards to running
Yeah.
backs by far. In fact, there was only one team even within 100 yards of BC. The Chiefs have allowed just 3 yards per carry while yielding just 2 rushing touchdowns. They also have given up the 9th fewest receiving yards, 0 receiving touchdowns to backs. Damn. If the Bucks backs prove on, it'll be on catches. But if you have that option to get away, I would.
But
Well,
that's Stags. You know that, right?
but you know what? That's the facts of what's happening. Yes, Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl, big market. And we're going to stop you right there, sir. Go ahead, Mike. I apologize.
It's okay. Kansas City is so well coached, and people don't understand that, especially on the defensive end. And we're not talking Andy Reid.
Yes.
And Stags we trust. It's the truth. He is such an incredible motivator. He's great at molding young talent. They have a good eye of getting people in the 3rd and 4th round that work out. Like there's a reason why there's going to be, I think, honestly, a 3-peat. It's looking like that is a very good chance. It's not locked in, but it's so far from what I've seen. I don't know if you guys know this though, but Patrick Mahomes is favoring his ankle again and had it all wrapped up again. This
You
week.
see him hobbling when he out there?
Yeah, no hobbling yet.
He's been hobbling. Rich, what you got?
No, I just don't understand as far as both running backs. Right there, it's telling me, is there something? The Chiefs defense. Chiefs defense is pretty good, but because I think Tampa Bay has they have a pretty decent running game, I think. But
what they're saying is the Chiefs defense have held all of the number 1 backs in the league.
Yeah, this is going to be in Kansas City, so I can understand that as far as the thing. So yeah.
I like what you're saying though, Rich. If you get a gut feeling, not every week is.
That's what I'm saying. I could see maybe one of the two, but both of them, are they really that strong? I don't think they're. It's like you look at Baltimore when they first started, they were like rock solid the first couple games, and then they faltered. When you get the commentary that I've seen on like the sports talking heads there on TV, they're saying that Kansas City, they're getting it done. They're not showing anything spectacular, but they're winning a game per game. They're taking one game at a time almost and winning it. So that's saying that anything can happen in the game. So to just drop 2 running backs, that's pretty.
I don't know. They're just pretty much the running game is not going to be effective, is what they're saying. Take a let that in your
because of the weather there in Kansas City, I guess.
Nah. Javonte Williams of the Broncos, I'm saving him. Actually, I wouldn't sit him. I would not sit him. He saved me the other week.
No.
Saved me mind you, he's going up against the Ravens. I understand what they're coming from. He saves my team the other week. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
I don't know. I think that's a crapshoot. That's a coin flip. It's hard to say here. This one's tough. It is.
Denver has some stuff going on overall as a team that where this guy is part of that mix, and I think he's going to score some touchdowns today as far as that goes.
Gotcha. We got to see how he's going to do against that Ravens defense, because I do think they are a complete team, and he may have those problems. Nick Chubb of the Browns, sit him against the Chargers.
He broke.
Now, Mike, you said the Chargers are in shambles. Did you not?
He broke his well, no, they're defensively great, and they have a wonderful kicker.
Okay.
they have a wonderful kicker, and they have a great defense, but offensively, the problem is all they do is run the ball and kick. Run the ball, kick. Occasionally pass. Nick Chubb is the one who broke his leg, right? Last year?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. So I've always enjoyed watching him, but I've heard that he's not quite what he was. So maybe his confidence isn't the same. I don't know if he's not fully healed, but he will have the ability against this team to run a bit. So I don't know. Again,
I think with that being said, Michael, if he gets the ball, because you look at the past games, he hasn't really gotten the balls. He's probably got a touchdown here and there. He's projected at 10 points, which is right around the average.
That's small for a running back, but you take it. That's small for a running back, but you take it. Rico Dowdle of the Cowboys at Atlanta. You know what?
I like him.
He's a good player, but they're starting to get his number.
Yes.
He started
Good point.
Good point. Yeah,
Good
he's starting to get his number. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that happens, right, guys? If
Yes.
you're still, if they start watching your tape and see your weaknesses.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They're starting to get his number. Nothing against him. He's doing fine. I think they know to target him more than anything. Rich, you good with that?
Yeah. That's a good
Okay. Alexander Madison of the Raiders, him against the Bengals.
He's projected at 10 points again. He's not really he's averaging probably 9 points a game. So for fantasy points,
if he's averaging 9 points a game, I got nothing against him. Now, mind you, Tina, how you doing? Thank you for coming.
Morning, Tina.
Alexander Madison was also on the Vikings with Dalvin Cook, and I'm gonna get you, and Kirk Cousins. They were a monster team together. So now they're spread out all over the league. All he has to do is get the ball and go. Go ahead, Mike. I see you over there.
I just want to thank the 15 eyeballs right now that are on Twitter watching us. We appreciate you. We do see you there. I just noticed it. And, even if you're not vocal, just say hi. Tell Tony that his hair looks good. Anything.
Thank you for your 15 sets of eyes. We do have 33 sets of eyes, 34 sets of eyes total for the broadcast on my end. So thank you to each and every last one of you and all of you in the chat. I mean that. All of you help me to keep this going.
Yeah.
These two guys are running with me hard. They're going harder than I am. It's helping the show. You all with the comments. You all with the suggestions. You all with the Q&As. I thank each and every last one of you. This ain't about me. This is about us. That's how we keep this rolling. Alexander Madison, I'm not going to sit him. Against the Bengals, even still, I'm not going to sit them. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your back recommendations for week 9 of the 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. We are now going to the wide receiver position. Seriously, thank everybody for coming through. I'm for real. I took a shot in the dark doing this broadcast, and you all are helping me keep it going. Honestly. And I ain't even asking for no money. I just want you to be here.
That's
because everybody else wants you to donate.
That's the joy of live streaming, Tony.
Everybody wants you to donate. I just want y'all to be here. Because the minute I get big, I'm bringing all of y'all with me. I'm calling out everybody's name, every broadcast. I'm shouting everybody out every broadcast. So when I make it, they're going to know who the hell you are. I'm telling y'all, I'm thanking y'all on purpose. This ain't about me. It's about us. I've been doing that forever. They're tired of me saying it, but damn it, I'm the only one still carrying it. The hell with everybody. I get my moments. I want to act up and all that, but I need you all to do it. That's why I thank you in the first place. Let me keep it going for some more than what anybody. So, start them. Turn it on the Commanders against the Giants. We're going to start him. We're going to start anybody on the Commanders. We're going to start anybody against the Giants. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
I just want whatever energy drink you're on. But
it's called Sleep in Night. It's called Sleep in Night. Big Juice, I'm not putting that in the chat. And no, you won't. I'm going to start Terry McLaurin. This is a good season for him, in my opinion. Brian has spoken about him more than once. I got no debate. Rich, you good with this?
Yeah, I'm good with him. He Washington, they're doing a good. I mean, let's just say, what is it? How can I put this? It's just
you lose your train of thought. You're killing me.
I'm just saying, I'm still mesmerized by. Mesmerized. Yeah, I got the missus here. She's in the studio here.
Hey, ma'am.
And Tony says hi. As far as the Washington Commanders on that Hail Mary they had, I'm still thinking about that. That just, so this guy's a receiver. I say start any receiver. I don't care if he's a third string bench. Start him as far as the Washington Commanders.
He's gotten better every week, Tony.
Yeah.
If you look at it, he's been steady Eddie. He's really good. Good choice.
He's been steady. He's been with the team for a minute, and he's finally having a decent statistical season, in my opinion.
Well, he's got a good quarterback. He's got one of the best quarterbacks. Did you know that they're talking MVP now with
Oh, really?
Jaden Daniels. Yeah, he's in the mix as he's playing that well. Did you?
Let me throw this out there. But you know the credit I gave
Yeah.
from his first game? We're going to give Jaden Daniels credit for his first season. He's working Hall of Fame already, in my opinion.
Well, he's already rushed for over 500 yards.
He will be a Hall of Fame candidate by.
Like
Uh,
if he was a rookie,
he's working Hall of Fame stats right now, in my opinion.
oh,
He's
he's doing
beyond
so much
MVP.
right. He's doing so much right. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Untamed Music. Marv or Downs have PPR.
Downs.
I'm gonna take Downs. Appreciate you coming through Untamed Music. Appreciate you. Rich, I see the confusion. Don't worry about it. We got it. Don't worry about it. DJ Moore of the Bears against the Cardinals. I'm going to say yes. I know
he's been great. He's
That
been great
dude
lately.
is a monster receiver, regardless of any numbers you see of him. Let me go ahead and tell everybody out there right now. When he was at Carolina, he was energy.
Yeah,
He's
that's
with
about
the
the only
Bears.
other. All the other games are he's averaging about 5 points. Tony, he monstered on that game, but he's averaging projected at about 8 points, which is a little low. But Chicago, he could light it up. You know, Chicago, they've got a good quarterback.
But he's an outstanding teammate from what I've heard and I've seen on the field. You want him on your team. Mike, are you good with this?
I love him. I agree with everything you guys are saying. I think Rich is correct. He could light it up. I think there are certain players that they get momentum, and you have to kind of read into that. And I feel like he's on
You're
an
good. Untamed Music. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Thank you for coming through. Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you for being. No, it's okay. I've got to say hi to the people. But yeah, I'm like you. I'm a big fan. I was really excited at the beginning of the year when I saw all the pieces that they had with the Chicago Bears. He was a slow start, and Rich is right, but he looks like he's starting to get the rhythm, the momentum, and I think the quarterback was adjusting. Right, it's a rookie.
It was big juice. There was a chance of the Dolphins at the beginning of the season. I don't think it's there anymore. I don't. Tua does not need to get hurt no more. I do not want to see him hurt anymore.
Yeah. I think they're going to get a wild card spot. I think they're going to get some wins. I don't think it's over yet.
Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman of the Bills against the Dolphins.
And there's one more there. There's one more.
Lord. And Bill Shakir.
Yeah. That's a first.
Yeah, that's going to be a monster game. I got no debate against starting the Bills receivers against the Dolphins at all. I got no debate.
They went from no weapons to now having weapons since they got Amari. But Amari's hurt. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. He's inactive today with a wrist injury.
But even still, they got two other guys there. That tells you something about and they're performing. This right in itself, 3 stardoms against Miami. Like we're saying about starting 2 against Kansas City for defense. Another position there that's like it tells you something about the. Is this going to tell you that it's going to be a blowout for Miami? Because I was up in Buffalo yesterday. I got a chance to say the new stadium. It's starting to form up to look like a stadium. Passed right by it. Cool. Yeah, I was up in Buffalo yesterday for the day, breaking bread with family and stuff. So it was pretty neat. And we're talking about this game that whole area right now. It's probably a gridlock with traffic and stuff right around there because I would love to be at this game. I think both Coleman and Shakir,
yes,
2 outstanding receivers, and just Amari Cooper. From the first game he entered, he produced. So like Mike said, they basically had nothing or else. The tools they did have, like Coleman and Shakir, they're starting to perform, and I think they're starting to realize they need to win games, even if they're top of the division. They got to win games because when they're playing outside the division, those are some tough games, and they've had some tough games so far.
Shakir is a little guy, and he bounces off tackles. He is not the most durable, and I think it's again one of those things. If you get another piece where you're not being covered like paint, you have room to make moves. And Amari Cooper, I think, is such a wonderful addition if he can stay healthy. But
Well,
look
that's just like with Jets. A previous receiver that Aaron loved when he was in Green Bay. So maybe that's helping Aaron there, from what people are saying.
Gotcha. I'm gonna be rolling, fellas.
Yep.
Lad McConkey of the Chargers against the Browns.
he's been really good lately. Really good. He's been playing excellent. Like his numbers are good for a tight end. For a tight end. Yeah. We
I saw
talked
his
about
name
this.
on a couple of games, so I don't have much against him. I don't.
No.
Rich, what you think?
No, he's getting some decent points here. I mean, last week against New Orleans, he had 23 points. So
That's phenomenal.
That is-
Phenomenal
that's great.
for a
Great.
tight end.
2 touchdowns, six receptions, 111 yards. So there's some points. So he definitely could show after last weekend. So I wouldn't sit him.
Gotcha. Calvin Ridley of the Titans against the Patriots. I want to start him, but
Let's see.
he needs to get the ball.
Yeah.
They're not throwing him the ball.
He'll do well. He'll do well. It's in New England is just a mess. So
No,
he'll do.
but Calvin Ridley, the Titans are a mess too. That's what I'm not going to sleep on. They're not doing what I thought they were. I'm going to start him. Cedric Tillman of
But they have no quarterback. That's the only reason they're not doing well.
They got quarterbacks, just got to use them. That they're trying to put everything on, it's not going to work. I might be going the limb here. The Chargers have been
Good point.
a really hard matchup for receivers this season. However, over the last two, Tillman has 21 targets, 15 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good. Second in targets and air yards in that span. He's fully taken over the Mark Cooper role. Good. I think that's Jameis Winston. Well, Jameis is doing good up there, honestly. He really is doing good with the Browns. We don't know how long it's going to last. I've always thought he was a decent quarterback. He just gets too many damn interceptions. And I say it like that on purpose. He throws the ball a lot. I've got nothing against Tillman with the Chargers. Gentlemen, thoughts?
I would start him. I think this is going to be a great game. I totally disagree with the. See, for all the chaos that Jameis causes, he also, like Joe Flacco, gets results. When is the last time they had an over 300-yard game? It's been years.
I don't know about that. I want to say it has been within the past 2-3 seasons.
Who is the only other person who did it? Joe
I don't know.
Flacco. Joe Flacco.
And he was in Indianapolis.
He's with Indianapolis now, but he was with the Browns last year.
Gotcha. No, they haven't. They haven't, Juice. That's a given. Rich, you good with this?
He's gone. You upset him.
Well, Rich?
yeah.
What happened?
It just you keep rolling over him, and he's.
I am not rolling over Rich. Stop playing with me. What happened to Rich? What the hell?
No, he's gone. That's it. He said that enough is enough. You bring up Aaron again, you guys are done with me. So
I'm gonna blame you. Sit him. You're gonna sit Zay Flowers against the Broncos? No, we're not.
No.
Sorry.
No. Is he hurt? What am I missing here?
I'm reading the narrative of it.
He must be hurt.
The Broncos have allowed the 8th fewest yards to receivers. Flowers also
yeah.
his backs out wide.
See, Denver is such a good defense. I forgot about
Patrick Surtain's been out there. That's been an issue as well. Also shut down plenty of big name receivers, including Evans, Wilson, Metcalf, and Pickens. Not to mention Baltimore might have some sorting out to do in the passing game with the trade acquisition Deontay Johnson. Listen, I got the Ravens going. They just improved upon it. I'm really going to say that. I'm not sitting Zay Flowers. I can't. Mike,
I agree.
debate?
No, I like what you're saying. I know where they're coming from, though. It makes sense because the Broncos have been so solid, and they're really stingy about giving up points.
Did he really leave like that? Did Rich really leave? I hope he didn't, man. Let me message him. Oh, my God. Let me message him. Oh, my goodness. Deontay Johnson. Yeah, they sent him to the Ravens. That shocked me. Which Mike?
I think it's sad that they got rid of one of the few pieces that is really good. But that's what they do. They're crazy. They make very impulsive decisions, including Bryce Young. Everybody was saying, please get CJ Stroud. I don't know if you know it. And it was the owner who picked Bryce Young. He liked him as a young man. So I don't know. Let's go to the next one.
I am trying to see what happened with Rich.
His wife probably told me he has to go for a walk.
Gotcha. Jalen McMillan of the Bucks against the Chiefs.
And what is this? Sit him?
Sit him, yeah.
Oh, I totally agree.
There we go.
Totally great. The only reason he's on that there is because their 2 targets are gone.
Okay, Rich is back. Rich, I'm going to apologize for Mike taking over the show. I hope he didn't leave. I'm sorry if anything's ever wrong. Please don't leave the show.
No, all that. There's all that talk about the Buffalo receivers there, and my power went out, so I had a power bump.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the aliens. They're coming to get you again.
No, they're not going to get me. They want to come and converse with me because.
They want to be advised. They
Uh,
want to
yeah,
be
they-
advised.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
they wanted to go see one of the greater brains.
Bed
They're-
bugs.
Bed bugs. We think Flowers are really full PPR.
Okay.
I'm going to take Flowers first. I'm going to take Flowers. Ridley hasn't been getting the ball. That offense is crazy. And I think you'll get more out of Flowers than you would on Ridley this week alone. Bedbuzz, I appreciate you coming through. I can't believe that's your name. That is wild. Rich, Mike, y'all go ahead with this one, please. My apologies.
Which one we on? Tampa Bay.
Sitting
Kansas
Jalen
City.
McMillan. Yes.
Tight end. Yeah.
Wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver. Still sit him with
because of Kansas City. That's why. Because they'll be
Yeah.
stingy.
I think so. I think this is going to be a low scoring game.
He's a third tier receiver. The only reason he will be getting most of the targets is, Mike Evans is gone and Chris Godwin is gone. So they have this choice. This is it. I think this is a wise choice to stay away from him. We could be wrong though.
We could be. Jordan Addison of the Vikings, sit him against the Colts.
I've always liked him. I would never sit him. I know you can tell me all the numbers. To me, he's one of those guys that every week I think he can break out. He's
I do too.
He's such a great.
He as far as the breakout, Mike, he had a breakout in week 4 against the Green Bay with 19 points.
Yeah.
But overall, he's been averaging right around 6 points and stuff like that. So he can break out if he gets the ball.
If he gets the ball, that's the whole thing. Rome Odunze.
Adunze.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah.
Odunze
Italian. I
of
think
the
that's
Bears.
Italian. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Chicago Bears against the
Love him.
sit him. This is probably because he won't get enough points. I don't think it's because he's
Totally
a bad.
disagree with this one. Sorry.
No.
He's a 5-star on the fantasy matchups. So,
I would keep him. I think this is not a good
and-
idea.
and I think he's another one if he gets the ball, but he seems like he's ranked 42, but he's got 5 stars, so I guess he could.
He could get 2 TDs like nobody.
Yep.
He is dangerous. I would not, especially.
There he goes.
and-
That's there. Yeah.
We got an NFL update, gentlemen. Will Levis out for the day for this week's games. So
Oh, really? What's wrong with him?
I don't damn know. Just citizen there. Questionable out. I'll check it out in a minute. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna leave that on the fence. Gentlemen, those are the wide receiver recommendations. Week 9 of 2024 season, of course, NFL.com. We are now getting ready to go to the tight end position, tight end recommendations, suggestions, and opinions by us.
We got 20 minutes.
We got more than 20 minutes. I try to hurry up, but you like to elaborate, and I understand it helps. And we also see good points based on the conversation, but I'm going to rush. Start him, Kyle Pitts.
I love the interaction, though. Thank you, everyone. Keep it up. This is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the
Yeah,
best
it's a great-
interaction we've ever had, ever.
I agree, Mike. I agree. Yeah.
It has to happen. Kyle Pitts, start him against the Cowboys. I had him
Oh,
on the bench
definitely,
last week, and I absolutely regretted it.
I said that.
You know why? Because it was recommended that the tight end for the Cardinals, McBride, was going to get better points than Kyle Pitts. That was not the case. Kyle Pitts had me 20 points on the NFL.com league last week.
So
And
even
I-
that decision
yeah.
can be a crapshoot.
I had him on the bench, and I still won my game, but I was heated. Against the Cowboys. I'm starting everybody on both teams on this game, hands down. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Oh, definitely start him. No question.
Mike? Mike,
Kyle Pitts. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I'm back. Yeah, of course, absolutely. He is. He could get 3 touchdowns. No kidding.
Yes, he
He's
can.
back.
The Falcons are a very well put together team this season.
He got 2 last week against Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Evan Ingram of the Jaguars, start him against the Eagles. I've got no debate.
I like him. I'm shocked they haven't tried to trade him.
No, they can't. He actually got traded from somewhere else. Jason, say hi. Say hello, louder.
Hi, Jason.
Remember Silver Hair guy? There you go. Okay, the stuffing on your pillow was on my camera. Thank you. They ask about you all the time. Just say hi. I know, but you tend to whisper compared to when you want to tell me something. Start Evan Ingram with the Jaguars. You're going to have to against the Eagles. They're not going to beat the Eagles. Plain and simple. You better start everybody. Christian Kirk is out for the season. I did see that as well. Brian Thomas Jr. Let me pause for a second. I saw his name pop up. You might want to keep this player on your radar if you're in fantasy football. You might want to keep him on your watch list. He has a chest injury, but he did some pretty good plays on the game. I forgot what game it was. I caught a glimpse of him. I'm going to put him on fantasy football watch list for the future. I'm going to keep rolling, gentlemen. I don't think there's any debate on this one at all. Cade Cotton with the Bucks start him against Chiefs. You have to. They don't have anybody else left on their offense. Nobody else. And he's at the tight end. They don't have anybody else.
Yeah, if that's the only tight end you got, unless you have somebody better.
He's one of the best offensive players.
He's been great the last few weeks. He's showing signs. Here's the thing. Look at the tape. If you have the time and if you're investing your money.
Ladies and gentlemen, the original co-host is in the house. Brian, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey,
he was out on rotation. Appreciate
Brian.
you coming through, bro. Go ahead, Mike. My apologies.
Brian.
No, it's okay. Hey, Brian is the coolest. No doubt about it. Are we on Sam Laporta right now, or are we on Cade Otten?
Cade Otten. Hurry up. Sorry.
I like him. I love the tape that I've watched of him. I think he is going to be a rising star for maybe the next 3 to 5 years.
I think he's the future in the tight ends. The tight end position for the Bucs, I think he's the future.
I think he's right up there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Sam Laporta, Detroit Lions against the Green Bay Packers. You're going to have to.
Yeah.
You're going to have to. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Any game within that division, especially the interdivisional round.
They've utilized this guy mostly as a blocker because he's not going to get, like I said.
He'll do both, Rich. Rich, let me tell you, he will do both.
Yeah.
He is a beast. He will do both. I got you, Brian. You good, bro. You good. Gentlemen, I got no debate against this, do you?
Rich is right, though, about one thing.
What's
With the Lions,
yes,
they have so many weapons. They don't really need Sam. As
far as getting points.
So that is a valid point. Sam lately has been getting more targets, but that team is stacked. If you think there's a lot of people to feed from the buffet there. Okay, go ahead.
I tend to agree. Like I said, Lions Ravens Super Bowl.
Great game. That game will be.
Dalton Schultz to the Texans. This was Thursday night's game.
He only got 2 points.
He only got 2 points, and I would have taken that L with him, knowing he plays that position very well.
Okay.
I start him, period. He'll lose. Hell, Tyler Conklin dropped the ball in that game. I saw it, and he was mad at himself. These things happen. You want them out there. I've got no debate against this. Noah Fant of the Seahawks against the Rams. You're going to have to.
With Gino, yes.
DK Metcalf is down, I believe.
Yes.
I don't think he's 100%, even though he may be playing. Noah Fant is out there. He is somebody you might want to pick up and put on your team, especially against the Rams right now, since they're feeling themselves and they're starting to get back into the mix. You need all hands on deck. Sam was great for short passer. Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely. Sit him. TJ Hawkinson, no debate. And I'm going to tell you why. This man is a beast. I think he just came off an injury. Hawkinson did not have surgery in his 20 ACL until late January, so he's only 9 months removed. You know what? Yeah, I'd have to.
Yeah, you may have to sit him just because
I may have to sit him. Yeah,
he's still healing, right? He had that torn ACL and the MCL. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Rich, your thoughts?
Let's see, 5.5 points. He's been injured because I don't see any other points. I sort of tend to agree. Sit him. He's not even.
I'd reserve him for the playoffs.
They rate him as a 5-star on the matchup, but he's projected 16, but only 5 points. So if they do have him in there, I don't think they're going to be scoring any points off him. No problem, because even Minnesota has the weapons there.
Gotcha. I see you, Brian. I see you. TJ Hawkinson is one of the better tight ends in the league. He was highly recommended at the beginning of the season for fantasy.
Well paid. I'll give you that.
He was highly recommended at the beginning of the season. I saw him when he was in Detroit. I think he's one of the better tight ends in the NFL. If he's injured, let him rest. Save him till the postseason, any event that they may make it, because Minnesota's in place to get in the mix for the postseason.
Exactly.
So I would actually rest him for a while. Hunter Henry of the Patriots, sit him against Texas. Listen, I like Hunter Henry. He used to be on the Raiders. I remember watching him when he was a rookie. He's out there. He don't get the ball, but he's out there.
Is he
Really.
hurt? Is that why? Because this makes no sense. He's like one of the
He
few
just-
weapons.
he
The
just-
reason why it doesn't make any sense, Mike, they got two tight end formations. And
Yeah.
He doesn't get the ball a lot.
He doesn't
He's
get the
on
ball.
field.
Yeah,
He's
that's
on the field.
exactly, Tony. Exactly.
Okay.
That's what it is. What we got here? Buffalo Bills fan. Good morning. With T. Higgins out, need to find a flex half PPR. Do I start Tillman, Mooney, or Worthy?
Ooh, good question. I would go with Worthy myself. I think they're going to be able
Well,
to utilize
flex.
them this week. Yes. Yeah, on flex. Yeah. I think that's a good choice myself. I'd go with Worthy.
I think I'm gonna go with Tillman. I think I'm gonna go with Tillman.
Well, once
Wor-
again,
Worthy's out
we'll
there.
see. We'll see
Worthy's
how
only getting yards and not a lot of touchdowns. He should see double digits, but may not. I think Tillman's gonna see more double digits than him this week.
I think
Because
he'll have
Worthy's
I
good for
think-
one touchdown. He's good for one touchdown in this game. Other than that, he's just out there.
Yeah, I disagree with this week. I think they're gonna that matchup. He's going to be used.
Tight end gets points from Titans defense. Yes. Brian says get Worthy. Yeah. Buffalo Bills fan, I want to thank you for coming through. Rich, you good over there?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. I apologize, gentlemen. Just trying to
you're
keep it going. Zach Ertz of the Commanders against the Giants. I'm going to say yes. He's a
I
veteran.
like
He's on a damn good team, and the Giants have irritated everybody. They
You
really-
said that start him. Yeah, start him. All hands on deck for. He's
I
going to get some
think this
points.
is Siddums.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
he's
this
a Siddums.
These
I
are-
don't know if I'd sit him against if I hit somebody better, but I got a gut feeling this guy's gonna, just like everybody else on Washington, they're gonna rock against the Giants.
You know why? You know why you're going to sit Zach Ertz? And I can tell you why they recommended it without even reading it.
What's
Because
that?
it's a team loaded with offensive players.
Yeah, well, that's
And
true.
he mainly blocks. He mainly blocks.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the disadvantage of the tight end and stuff like
He
that.
mainly blocks most games. See, a lot of people looking for Gronk tight ends. You're not going to have that in every team.
Yeah, and
He's
he
on the
fits that,
field.
he fits that mold. He's got 5 to 6 points projected.
Yeah. Brian says he's balling. Now, listen, Zach Ertz has been in the game for a minute. This dude's Hall of Fame, in my opinion. He's got a Super Bowl. He's
yeah.
definitely one of the top tight ends in the NFL, whether he's getting points or not, in my opinion.
Brian's totally correct here. He says the Texans' offensive line needs a lot of work.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely, they say sit him against the Broncos. I wouldn't, and this has got to be from a points factor, in my opinion, because he'll be on the field. You never know when he's going to get the ball. Gentlemen, your thoughts. Brian, that's your man right there, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's a crapshoot. I think that's a
That is a
really-
crap. I 100%
That's what
agree.
I'm seeing as far as on the nomenclature here for
Yeah.
fantasy football points and stuff.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely, straight crapshoot. Tyler Conklin of the Jets.
How did he do? He was okay, right?
Tyler Conklin was on the field. He dropped the ball. One part of the game, I did see that he's normally out there blocking. They say he keeps catching touchdowns, but the floor remains low if he doesn't, and that's the whole thing. He's on the field. He just doesn't get a lot of points.
I don't think they need him as much now.
No,
guys.
he had -3 yards, so he had negative.
Yeah.
They need him out there. He's on the field.
I
Trust
think
me.
he's on
No,
there.
no,
He's out
I
there for fun.
mean to
He's
score
on-
touchdowns. Sorry, I'm not explaining myself,
Right.
but they have so many targets now that can get in the red zone that
Yeah.
it's. I'm telling you, just that one piece has really helped free up the other pieces.
I think he's been used in the games thus far, just trying to protect Aaron because their offensive line is
I
not.
caught that, Brian. I caught that. Don't ever wink at us again. Don't you ever wink at us again, but I caught that. Ladies and gentlemen, those are Taylor recommendations. Week 9, 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. We are getting ready to go to kickers.
Yay!
By now, kickers and defenses should be a no-brainer to most people as you run through everything, but this will help a little bit. Start Austin Siebert of the Commanders as a kicker against the Giants. I wish you would debate that. Young Ho Koo of the Falcons. Start him against the Cowboys. Yes. I should be picking up that game today. I think I'm going to watch that one. I think it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
In
Why is that?
favor of the Falcons and against the Cowboys, because the Cowboys play sloppy, but they keep coming back at the end of the game. Dak Prescott has been really trying to save that team by getting them up and winning the game last minute. He should be cussing people off for hating and doubting on him and not wanting him to get paid. Kaimi Fairbairn of the Texans against the Jets, you have to start him as a kicker. That's just don't question it.
Yeah,
Don't even-
he ended up getting 9 points. He had 2 field goals and 1 extra point.
Thank you. Jake Elliott of the Eagles, start him against the Jaguars. No brainer. Chase McLaughlin, the Bucks, start him against the Chiefs. You're going to have to, because Lord knows they don't get a touchdown. They got to get to the other side of the field and just make the field goal. I get it. Jake Bates of the
And my
Lions.
man Jake Bates, you got to start this guy. He is always a
You hear
starter.
Rich. You hear Rich over there. You better start him. Cameron Dick of the Chargers.
He's my favorite kicker.
Really? Why is that? Why is that?
You should have. He has a record in the USFL this last season. He punched one out at 66 yards.
That's
I mean,
incredible.
he's capable. He's capable of doing 70 to 75 yards. He was on the Michigan Panthers for the USFL this last season, and he's performing. He's very meticulous and stuff like that. And if he misses one, and he'll miss one once in a great while. I don't think he's missed this. He might have missed one or whatever. But this kid is he has a story. The backstory on this kid, maybe one of these days I'll tell you about it. But this kid is just phenomenal. I love this kid. I am following this kid.
I got you. Jay Bates. Rich says you're his man. Cameron Dick of the Chargers. Start him against the Browns.
Yeah.
I expect the Chargers to get downfield and get the field goals. I get it. Blake Grupe, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Of the New Orleans Saints, start him against the Panthers. No brainer. The Panthers have allowed the 5th most fantasy points per game to kickers. There you go. Will Richard of the Vikings versus the Colts. You're going to have to. That should be a good matchup. That should be a good game. Sit him. Evan McPherson of the Bengals versus the Raiders. Shit, I wouldn't. Tyler Bass of the Bills. Sit him.
No, I wouldn't. No. That's based on his. He's bad.
He struggles a little
Exactly. Daniel Carson of the Raiders. Sit him against the Bengals. It's probably because the team's in shambles. Teams in shambles. I got that. Cairo Santos of the Bears. Sit him against the Cardinals. That's a points factor. Yeah. I don't expect a lot of points in that game. Cam Little of the Jaguars. Sit him against the Eagles.
I have a question for you guys. If you had to guess, who do you think of all the kickers has the most points this season?
Oh,
I have it in front of me. So
I was going to say either the Texans or the Ravens kicker.
Jake Bates.
Commanders.
Really?
Oh, really? Okay, that's
23 points, and also Chris Boswell of the Steelers are both tied.
Yeah, he's solid. Yes.
23 points as well.
Yeah.
And then the Texans.
Yeah, Fairbairn.
Do you think that's primarily because of the games they play? Because we always say that the kicker's not really a factor, but they are a factor in this season as well as last season. I think there were some close games.
Mike talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Kickers are getting points right now.
Well,
that's the same story where players are complaining about that too. They're saying the kickers are getting points now, which makes no sense because the other players aren't getting their yards. Listen, everybody deserves their shine every season. You notice the rotation of positions getting credit every season.
You're rolling today, buddy.
I'm trying to hurry up before Glick Show come on. Joshua Carty of the Rams. These are sit-ems? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Against the Seahawks, it's got to be because of points. Joey Sly, the Patriots, sit him against the Texans. Yeah, it's going to be a sloppy game. Nick Folk of the Texans, sit him, sloppy game again. Eddie Pinheiro of the Panthers, sit him against the Saints. We already know why. Ladies and gentlemen, kicker recommendations, week 9, 2024 season course, NFL.com. In case y'all didn't notice, they didn't even have a narrative underneath them kickers. They didn't even. That just tells you.
I think it's a go or no go for him. Basically.
Yeah, it was just obvious for the week.
I want to, if we can show this one slide.
You need to wait a minute. Wait. Let me get
I'll leave it in there for you when you're ready.
Yeah, leave it there. Brian, I see you over there. Let me get to Brian's comments. The Texas trade for Adam Thielen got to be 100% though. If Adam Thielen goes to Texas, that's going to be wild. Don't forget about Brandon Norby count absolutely. He's been kicking 60 and 65 yards this season, straight up. Defenses, start them. Cincinnati Bengals defense against the Raiders. I have no debate against them.
Yeah.
No debate. New Orleans Saints start their defense against the Panthers.
Does it really matter in this game?
Yeah. The Commanders start their defense.
Yes.
The Commanders start them against
they're going to roll over New York.
Yes, they are.
New York's better than you think, though. They really are.
I saw that earlier on another narrative. It's on here too. New England Patriots start their defense against the Titans. That's a yes. That's a yes. The Titans defense start both defenses. There you go. Yeah, start both defenses. Sit the Broncos defense against the Ravens. Derrick Henry's gonna run through them boys. I agree. Lamar Jackson's gonna run around them. I agree. Green Bay Packers start sit their defense? No,
That's telling me Detroit's already won.
no, I'm not. The Ravens defense.
No.
I wish the hell I would. I wish the hell I would. No, 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 no. I hear you, but no. The Giants sit their defense. Well, you know what? Let's be controversial and not be obvious. Do not sit the Giants defense against the Commanders, in my opinion. They sit them. I say don't. You know why? The Giants can slow you down.
They
The
can.
Giants can slow
true.
you
Yeah,
down.
They
Yeah.
can.
They have a
They're
history of doing
underrated.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have a history of doing that. So let me say no to that one. I'm not sitting the Seattle Seahawks defense against the Rams at all. No, the Rams aren't 100%. So no, ladies and gentlemen, defensive recommendations week 9, 2024 season. Of course, NFL.com. Yes, I did rush. Yes, I did speed that up. My man's got a show coming on, so we're gonna go to what Mike has over here real fast. Go, Mike, go.
Go, Mike, go. Okay, so we were talking about the kickers here earlier. I found this super interesting. How many points we have been doing here? Like it's unbelievable. Look at that. That's incredible.
Wow.
How many? Yeah. So and kickers, I don't necessarily know.
Yeah.
Like, so it goes to show you nowadays, and a lot of people have been complaining about this, that there's all kinds of trouble with the kicking game. It's becoming such a factor. Okay, can we go to the next one here? We'll go. I've got a whole bunch here.
Yeah, we gotta let Rich do his part too. So hurry up.
Oh, okay, sure. So we've got the top wide receivers. Do you agree with the top three here, guys?
Let me look at this. Just Jefferson's up there. CeeDee Lamb. Right now, I don't know if CeeDee Lamb will be a top receiver.
AJ Brown, number 4.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's always up under the radar for the most part. They don't talk about him enough.
Yeah,
Puka Nacua
Malik
and Cooper
Neighbors.
Kupp, if he wasn't hurt. Tyreek Hill's supposed to be up there. Terry McLaurin, big ups to him. Gary
Yeah.
Wilson,
Drake
yes.
London, we were talking about him earlier. Remember?
Anthony Smith.
Wow. You know what I see?
What's that?
What?
I see no Buffalo Bills in that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a true fan here. Okay, let's go to the next one here. This we should do one day, is like for a good 10 minutes. This is all the QBs that were drafted and how they ended up in since.
That's interesting.
Isn't that scary? It's not good. It's not good at all. And if you look at number 1 ranking here for yardage is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he's getting numbers, just not getting the victories.
And number 3 is Justin Fields. And I was going ahead here, Zach Wilson. So yeah, but if you think about Zach Wilson, he has not done that much worse than Aaron Rodgers did. Let's be real.
No, they've been saying that for the past couple of weeks. Some people was even like, go get Zach back. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Top
Zach was okay,
24 wide receivers here. I thought with
running backs.
Yeah. Sorry, running backs. Yeah. Derrick Henry is at number 5. That shocks me.
That is crazy. He should be number 1.
Yeah, but this
James
is odd,
Cook.
isn't it? Yeah.
James
Joe
Cook.
Mixon showed out the other night too. He did. He still got it. Brees Hall still has it.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift still has it. Alvin Kamara's hurt right now, I believe.
No, they said he's coming back. I read that the other
Chuba
day.
Hubbard should be higher.
Yeah. Brees Hall has more potential. James Cook could do better. Joe Mixon is fucking amazing this year.
He's been amazing, honestly.
Oh my God, he's incredible.
He's been amazing. He just got to get the ball. All you got to do is get
All right,
the
so
ball.
here's what we were talking about earlier, and then I'll let Rich do his thing here. So Steelers number 1 defense, Browns number 2.
Oh, defense. Okay. Oh, wow. Giants.
Eagles 3, Ravens 4, Chiefs 5, Bears 6, 7, the 49ers, who are...
These are top defenses?
Yes.
Wow.
PFF. Fantasy football.
That's legit right there. Steelers
are the best defense.
Too legit to quit. Hey,
I'm just surprised seeing the Giants number 8.
Hey guys,
yeah, they hold that defense. They keep something. They keep something.
They're 6-2 right now. Come on, the Steelers 6 wins.
Yeah, maybe that's why, because
Brees Hall is too.
Okay, let's have a look here together. So for those who do not believe, read the list, my friend. Read the list and weep. There you go. Isn't that scary? 6-2. Buffalo 6-2. Houston 6-2.
Pittsburgh had a lot of
Denver, who
had
people laughed at
enthusiasm.
me. 5-3.
People had enthusiasm for the Steelers once they picked up Russell Wilson. They're proving it to be correct. And he's been showing out. He has been.
This is what shocks me here is the
I
Chargers.
told
Are
you,
still,
yeah, I'm watching.
they're still somehow in it.
They're going to be in, yes.
Yeah, and Miami, that's awful.
Because
Cleveland,
of the quarterback issue, Cleveland down there. But you know what? Denver is validating what you said about them beginning of the season.
but here's the thing with the Jets. If the Jets win the next 3 games and a couple of these teams lose, which they'd have to do, and that's what Buffalo did last year. They crawled back.
They need a win streak. They need a win streak.
Here's the games today, guys. What are your favorite games? We're organized today. Have you noticed?
The Bills for one there, but I think that what did I say? The Detroit and Green Bay. That definitely by far that's going to be.
I agree with Rich.
A very good game there, and then Denver and Baltimore has the potential. But I think overall, just to see the last two. Okay, the Giants going to rack up, I'm sorry, the Detroit Lions are going to. Last 2 weeks, they ranked up the mediocre teams, I think. But the Green Bay, this will be the test to see how many points they can rack up and stuff. And
I'm going to go with the Detroit Green Bay game. Then
I want to see the Cowboys and
the Cowboys in Atlanta is going to be.
I want to see that. I know that's awful. It's kind of like wanting to watch a shipwreck.
And then you got Baltimore and Denver.
Yeah, that I think I'm keying in on that one too, Tony.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm keying in on those 3.
And believe it or not, I'm going to think it's going to be high scoring. Is Buffalo and Miami.
Probably.
That's going to be a high scoring game. That'll be fun. That'll be a good highlight reel. All right, Rich, go do your thing, brother.
Yeah, Rich. Let me see what Rich got over here.
Well, this is the weekly chart there for the wins losses for week 8. Ted came up on top with 13 wins, 3 losses. Tony and Michael, you guys dropped a few just for the week. You're still leading when we get the overall and stuff. I ended up coming up. We're coming up and chasing you, but the overall.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian's up there. Brian, he's the only one that moved up in the over. He switched places with Ted. Tina's coming up. She's just below 500 there and stuff like that. But I'm tied with CBS and Ted's above CBS. But Tony, you still got the lion's share there after 123 games. You're 78 wins, 45 losses. Michael 74. You're right behind 4. Everybody's close, but 4 or 5 games and stuff like that. So it's been good so far. So
I find it weird because we have such a varied opinions on things, and yet we're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Right, because he rarely agrees with.
No, it's your picks. The picks are, for the most part, the majority of them are, but there's just key picks that you guys make that are opposites and stuff like that, and we'll see what happens. Tony, he stayed on top from day one because he had that first week where he just racked the table and stuff. So,
a couple of weeks ago, he was near perfect.
Well, that was week 1. Week 1, he was just like
14-2.
Yeah. Just
but the other day he was like, it was unbelievable. But like the analysts weren't. We both had a good week 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, let's see. 2 weeks ago, let's see, Michael, you were 10. You've been 10-4, 10-5 for the last 3 weeks.
That's amazing.
And Tony, okay, he was 11-4 last week, and then he was 11-5 in week 4. But that first week he was 14-2 the first week. So
that's insane. But
yeah,
that's insane. That's insane. That is so good. Like, you imagine if you. Well, I'll tell you, if you could have parlayed that somehow, you would.
Well, you know what kills you in the parlay, the point spreads. You could pick the game. The game is easy picking. It's the point spreads that get everybody. That's what factors. I got everything down. I'm good. I know Glick's will be coming up. Unnecessary roughness or nonsensical
Great show, guys.
network. Gentlemen, any closing thoughts? Final thoughts?
Thank you for all the people who came in and asked opinions. And I feel a real great shift in this broadcast where we're getting more engagement. Engagement is more important than actually.
Oh yeah.
We're
That's
getting
all good.
engagement.
It's monstrous.
And
I
the
really
engagement-
enjoy that. It's really a testament to the broadcast here and stuff like that. To get the comments and stuff like
I
that.
appreciate the people coming through asking. That means people are seeing us from the outside of who we're notifying, and they're catching it and coming in. I'm looking for a lot of that, so I'm grateful for that. We're sitting at 37 sets of eyes right now. Brian, appreciate you coming through. Buffalo Bills fan, appreciate you coming through. Bedbugs, crazy name. Appreciate
I
you
love
coming
it.
through.
I
Big
love
Juices in the house. Thank you for that. Untamed Music. I remember you being here before too. Thanks for coming back. Tina was in here. Thank you, lady, as always. Who else we got in here? Sasha was in the house. Airtime Unrest Fantasy Football League. I'm over there with them. I appreciate you all, man. It's from the Tango Room. Debbie was in here. Debbie, thank you for coming through. Rob Davis. Cameron Dale was in the house. Dylan Fink was in the house. Those guys roll with Glick, so I appreciate them coming over here. Ted Hicks was in the house. CD Smith. Yeah, Aiden was in the house. Who else we got? Shakiri Bahau. I don't know how you pronounce it, but everybody's got their own crazy names up here. Thank you for coming through. Shaka was in the house. All of y'all. Rich, appreciate you as always, ladies and gentlemen. Check him
Thank
out.
you.
Studio. Morning coffee, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 0600. Appreciate you as always, man. Thank you. Mike, as always, I met most of these folks through you. I've been wanting you here for doing this. You always contribute. You always add on. I am grateful for you, for real. Thanks for being here, man. Honestly. And to the rest of y'all jokers out there looking for a problem, you want to talk about sportscasters, you want to talk about having a show, this is how you have a damn show. You better holler at your boy. All of y'all out there. I can be on TikTok. I could be on whatever. I'm on 5 channels right now. Matter of fact, I may not be here next week because it's homecoming next week.
Oh,
I just might make it. No, I don't know if I'm going, but big ups to my former college, Tuskegee University, the pride of the swift growing South. I'll let your boy. All my Tuskegee folks, I'm going to try to get out there. I don't know, man. Money's tight. Economics are an issue. Where I'm going to stay is an issue. How much I'm going to drink is an issue. Whether my car is going to make it is an issue. Lord have mercy. 2 years ago, I was out there and lost my mind. It was so good to see some of those people, man. I want to go back so bad. I just don't know. It is a 3-day holiday
Make
weekend.
it work.
Listen, let me tell you something. I drove back. It's a 3.5-hour drive out there. I went out there for the game and came back that same night. I'm not doing that no more. Them hotels, $200 a
That
night.
sounds like me going to Buffalo yesterday.
Yeah, buddy. But big ups to my Tuskegee University folks. We're going to drop down, get ready for a Glick show, man. Gentlemen, thank y'all again. We're going to call it an episode. We're going to call it a broadcast. Kicked ass as always. Thank you to you two. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you to everybody checking me on the replay. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And I'm going to throw this over there on Rumble. Catch me anytime, everybody.